Hello and welcome to Chick Talk. I'm Danny Dirks, and today I have with me founder of EncoreBridal.com, Julie Jones. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Danny.
Today I'm going to be asking you some of our brides burning questions.
Great.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Our next question is from Sarah in Palos Verdes. I'm getting married in two different venues. One is more formal and one is more casual. Do you have a certain style of dress that you would recommend that would go with both venues?
Yes, I do. And I'm wondering, one, if you are having the ceremony and the reception in two different venues that feel differently, or if you're actually having two different weddings. But what I would recommend is sticking with a dress that is a little simpler, that doesn't have as much adornment, like this Pronovius Diamante dress, which could work both for a more casual and a more formal venue, partially because of the silk shantung, which is a little bit less formal of a fabric. And then what I would do is I would pair this with different accessories. So for the more formal venue, you might want to go with larger earrings that have a lot of crystals and rhinestones in them, more glamorous, blingy bracelet or necklace, and then a longer veil. You might try a chapel veil, which is a more formal veil. If for the casual wedding venue, I would stick with simpler accessories and either no veil or just a shorter veil.
Thanks, Julie. Our next question is by Jennifer in San Francisco. I'm getting married to a wonderful man. It is my second marriage and his first. Do you have any recommendations for a second-time bride?
Jennifer, it depends on the venue or the feel of your wedding, if it's going to be more formal or casual. But based on my question, I'm guessing it's going to be a more casual event. In which case, I would recommend you think about a tea-length dress or a full-length dress with just a short sweep train. You also might want to consider putting some color in your gown, either the entire gown being color, like a pink like this Alvina Valenta dress here, or you might want to add colorful details like a colorful sash, for example.
Our next question is from Gina in Chicago. What is the best veil to wear with a ball gown?
Gina, what I would recommend is that you first determine the length that you want. So decide if you want to wear your veil all night or if you don't. If you want to wear your veil all night, you need to go with a shorter veil, like an elbow length or a fingertip length. If you are okay with not wearing your veil all night, you can choose a more formal style of veil, like a chapel or a cathedral length veil. I brought a couple of examples with me. This would be an elbow length veil, and you would want to only wear elbow length if you don't have a lot of detail in the back. You don't want to cut the detailing off with the veil. In other words, that some of the detail is above the veil and some of the detail is below the veil. I think for a ball gown, you really don't want to go too full because then you're just going to have a lot of fullness up top and a lot of fullness at the bottom. But you also don't want too slender of a veil because you're not going to have that balance. So I'd say pick a veil that is 2 layers and medium fullness, and then you can wear the veil on the top of your head here or on the crown of your head a little further back. If you're going to go with a chapel veil, you can wear one. It's usually 1 layer. If you want to wear a blusher, it might have another layer, which could be detachable. I just brought, can you hold that for me, Danny? I just brought 1 layer chapel veil. And chapel veils tend to be about 108 inches, somewhere in there. The important thing when you're deciding between chapel and cathedral is that you want the veil to be at least 5 or 6 inches longer than the train. You don't want the veil shorter than the train by a few inches. So this is an example of a chapel veil. You can see it's very long. And this also looks great with the ball gown.
Thanks, Julie, for all your help. I'll be back next week with some more questions from our brides.
Great, and thank you. We'll be back next week. In the meantime, visit encorebridal.com. And if you have a question for us, email info@encorebridal.com. If we choose to air your question on our webisode, your morning coffee is on us. We'll send you a $5 Starbucks gift card. Till next time.